Today we are heading to the Spanish Giants FC Barcelona. The 10th season takeover series is back with the Spanish Giants FC Barcelona. A few weeks after doing Real Madrid, you guys suggested to me to do the other big club in Spain, FC Barcelona, and so that is what we are going to do today. Barcelona haven't won a Champions League for nearly 10 years now, with the last one being in the treble season 2014-15. Of course, the challenge is going to be to topple Real Madrid's 70 points, which is going to be a massive task here for this Barcelona side. In case this is the first video you watch, then welcome to the channel, and please subscribe if you enjoy the content. But I'm also going to explain to you guys, once again, how the point system works. So you get 5 points for winning the Champions League, the big one. 3 points for winning La Liga in this case, in Spain. Also 3 points for winning either the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. And then finally 1 point for any cup competition, like the Spanish Cup, Copa del Rey, the Supercopa. So let's dive into this 10th season takeover with Barcelona. Of course, having a first glance here at the squad, there are some players out of position like Koundé, who is actually a centre-back. We have Cancelo at left-back while he's a right-back. Then João Felix, who is only on loan to us, just like Cancelo actually. Both of them are going to return to their parent clubs at the end of the first season if we don't do anything about it. The old man Lewandowski, our goal machine, up top, 34 already, but still 90 overall. 87 rated Frankie de Jong, a man for the present and also the next 5 or 6 years. We have Ilkay Gündogan, 32, 86 overall. He will go down in his overall, so maybe we put Pedri there. I don't know why Romeo is there and not Pedri. Maybe because Pedri was injured. I don't know. Put Pedri there, of course, the -6. Put him in central midfield then. I will have to tingle a little bit with this squad here. Also, you may have noted that there is no Lamine Yamal in this squad because he's just too young still for FC 24. This is the squad I have come up with. Balde now at left back, 1981. We have Cancelo at his right back spot. Torres at the left wing. Lewandowski, of course, up top. We have Rafinha still on the right wing. I would have loved to put Lamine there, but oh well. Koundé and Araujo at centre-back. Still both of them 24. Men for present and future. We'll have about 166 million in the first season. A massive budget. We have a Spanish 5-star, 4-star scout, Roberto Bello. He's going to bring us some talents. He goes to Spain to find us some talents for 9 months. I have just gone in for a new left midfielder / left winger who has been linked to Barcelona, actually heavily, in the last weeks. A man who is active for the Spanish national team at the Euros at this moment in time. It is Nico Williams joining us from Athletic Bilbao for 62 million on the dot. Second player into the club, a Spanish right back actually, 20 years of age. One of the hottest prospects in this position at this moment. It is Arnau Martinez joining us from Girona for 70 million on the dot. Well, right now we only have about 19 million in our budget, so whilst we have 3 transfers per season, we just cannot do anything with those 19 million. During the 10 seasons with Barcelona, we will play the classical Barcelona kind of way in tiki-taka. To start off with, I have also hired 1 coach per position. I'm of course going to try and expand this while time flies by. Well, we have just gained exactly 100 million and I'm going to explain to you why. First off, we have loaned out a whole list of players in Cubarsí, Guiu, Fermin, Hector Fort, Alarcón. But then we have also sold a whole list of players. First of it is Clément Lenglet to Nottingham Forest for 8.2 million. Marcos Alonso for 10.6 to Leipzig. Oriol Romeu, he's not getting any younger, 31-80 rated, 16.6 million to Monaco. Christensen, that might be a controversial one, for 57 million, our biggest sale, to Spurs. All of that jazz just to be able to go in for one final player, a Frenchman. From Arsenal, it is William Saliba joining us for 77 million. I had to forge out a lot of money We have only about 7 reserves left, from about 20 to 7 down. That is not bad. Of course, we have included Williams, 2182. He will convert to a left winger. Martinez is also on the bench, 2080 right back. A man for the future. And then William Saliba, 2285. Even he is on the bench. But he will chop and change with Koundé, who is 2485. Saliba might just overtake him already this season. We switch Nico Williams from a left midfielder to a left winger, and he goes up by 1 to an 85, already 85 rated at 21 years of age. I've also found a certain Ushio Fernandez in the youth academy, 83 to 94 potential at 17 years of age, already 68 overall. He will get promoted to the senior team and probably loaned out. Ahead of next season, we already sell Inigo Martinez to Aston Villa as he wanted to leave the club. In our first season with Barcelona, we just miss out on La Liga by 2 points against Real Madrid, even though we had 10 goal difference better. We miss out. In the Supercopa, it is Atletico Madrid beating Osasuna in the final 2-0, so no points on the board as of yet, as we have lost to Osasuna. No Copa de España either, so no trophies as it seems. And we already played Real Madrid in the round of 16 and got knocked out 4-2. It's a disappointing season unless something outrageous happened in the Champions League, where we topped our group in flying colours ahead of Porto. In the round of 16 we defeated Napoli 5-2 on aggregate. In the quarters we even defeated our Clásico rivals Real Madrid 4-3 on aggregate. And in the semis, we beat PSG of all teams. Oh my, what a one. We have won our first 5 points against Dortmund in the final. We beat them 2-1 to clinch the UEFA Champions League. Lewandowski scored 18 goals, Pedri scored 17 goals and put 17 assists as well. I mean, up to a 90, what a player he is. Our player of the season, without a doubt. João Felix, he will return to Atletico. But he scored us 13 goals, which is not bad by any stretch. I mean, some players in double digits, no one above 20, where I want my top striker to be. Lewandowski also down by 2. At the end of the first season, we have made it 5 points. Only 1 title, but it was the big one. So that excuses a lot. Next season, though, I want to win La Liga EA Sports, because we've only missed out on that title by 2 points. Let's jump into season number 2. Welcome to season number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have about 269 million in our budget to spend on 3 players. First off, we go in, as I predicted, for a new striker. The Argentinian Julian Alvarez joining us from Manchester City for a whopping 90 million. Second, I want a better backup goalkeeper than Iñaki Peña, who is just about 74 overall, already in his mid-20s. But therefore, we go in for a young Italian. He's only 24 years of age. It is Marco Carnesecchi joining us from Atalanta, 47 million on the dot. And last but not least, as İlkay Gündoğan is going down in overall and up in age, we needed somebody who was already linked to Barcelona, another Manchester City player, Bernardo Silva, who enters the building, 94 million. We have made Manchester City even richer than they are. We have changed Ansu Fati's position from a left midfielder to a left winger. He's gone up from a 79 to an 81. I also convert Julian Alvarez to a striker, which will take him about 27 weeks. Of course, we were never going to sign 3 players without any exits. That's why we have loaned out Pablo Torre to Manchester United, Ansu Fati, who came back from loan, back out on loan to Inter this time, Cuyu once again 2 years to Lecce, but then we sell Julian Araujo, who came back from loan to Brentford for 18.7 million, İlkay Gündoğan, the big one, for 43 million to Manchester City's rival, Liverpool. Sergi Roberto, one of the main staples of this team for the past 10 years, has gone to Juventus for nearly 20 million. Alex Valle has left to Luton Town. And so this is basically the end team for season number 2. I have put Torres in the starting 11. He's 24, 86, higher rated than Rafinha, who is now a bench player. On the same bench we also have goalkeeper Carnesecchi, 2482, Julian Alvarez, 2485, and even Serginho Dest, the American, who has returned from loan. He's a good asset to this team. We have Pedri already up to a 90. Silva now in the team, 29 years of age, 88 overall. I have actually changed my mind about Julian Alvarez's position. He won't become a striker, he will rather become a right winger, which will only take him about 2 weeks. But of course, as the winners of the Champions League, we have the opportunity immediately at the start of the second season to win yet another trophy. We compete in the UEFA Super Cup against West Ham, the winners of the Europa League. Can we get a first point on the board in season number 2? Yes, we win 2-1, a Pedri brace, first point on the board in season number 2. Let's see if Julian Alvarez goes up by switching his position to a right winger. No, he stays at a 85. Ahead of the end of the window, we have sold Estanis to Valencia for 6.5 million. And Iñaki Peña to Olympique Marseille for 6.2 million. And once again, we finish in second place. 1 point ahead of Real Madrid in third, but this time it is Atletico Madrid being the champions. But at least this time we win the Supercopa, so that is the second Super Cup we win this season. And we've even won Copa de España, point number 3 in season number 2. Defeating Villarreal in the final. In the Champions League, in a very difficult group alongside Arsenal, Porto and RB Salzburg, we topped our group in flying colours. We defeated PSG, what a difficult opponent in the round of 16. We even defeated Milan in the quarterfinals, 3-2. And Real Madrid in a Clasico, in the semis, to reach yet another final. Can we defeat Inter to make it another 5 points? No, oh no. We have lost to Inter in the final, 2-1. That means it stays at 3 points for the season. 20 goals for Lewandowski, 19 for Roque, the backup striker, 18 again for Pedri, 11 assists. What a play, up to a 92. Torres with 15 goals, up to an 88. 10 goals, 13 assists even for Frankie de Jong, up to a 91. It really is an incredible side here, with incredible stats as well. Could have been a fantastic season. We win 3 trophies, Supercopa, Copa de España and the UEFA Super Cup, the small ones. And the big ones, La Liga and the Champions League, we finished runner-up in both of those. So, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, again, not to have won more. But oh well, 8 points after 2 seasons. Let's jump into season number 3 and hopefully win that first La Liga trophy. Starting off season number 3, attacking our weak points, we might need to replace Martinez, at least upgrade on him and put him on the bench. Lewandowski as well, now 36, he's already down to an 87. Still at a good overall, but he will go down very fast from here. We won't have any issue bringing in our new players because we'll have about 340 million. Our biggest budget yet. First off, to upgrade on the right back spot, we go in for a world-class man on this position. Trent Alexander-Arnold joining us for 75 million plus Serginho Dest, our backup right back until this moment in time. A second incredible signing. The best striker in the world, in my opinion. He's only 24. You guys guessed it, it is the replacement of Robert Lewandowski, who joins in a swap deal with the Polish Erling Haaland for 222 million, what a number, plus Robert Lewandowski. The big man from Norway will be about a 94 rated striker. Incredible, I never would have thought I'd buy him, but oh well. We make a third signing, as we have signed a third string goalkeeper from the free agency list. In Ramon Barrios, I'm sure he's a Costa Rican, I'm sure he is the Keylor Navas region. He's about 77 at 19 years of age, third string goalkeeper. He might just go out on loan. With the additions of course, Erling Haaland, 24, 94 up front. And Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, 26, 88. This team is now even better and ready to win the big trophies. we have really massively stretched our budget as we only have about 1 million left. That is crazy. Quick little update on the youth academy where we have one player certainly really interesting in Rafael Gonzalez. Still only 15, already 62 overall, 82 to 94. Man, come on bro, we are once again not the winners of La Liga. Even in the third season. What else do we need to do there? We are 14 points behind Real Madrid with the super team we've got. We've got Haaland and we've somehow gotten worse. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Well, at least we've once again won Supercopa, so that is point number 1 in season number 3. However, we have once again also lost in Copa de España, the final against Atletico Madrid. So, I mean, come on, man. However, the big one, the Champions League. We topped the group with Borussia Dortmund in it. We made it 6 wins out of 6, 18 points. In the round of 16, we thumped Leverkusen 3-0 on aggregate. In the quarters, we just scraped by Dortmund, our group stage opponents, 4-3 and 4-2 on penalties. In the semis, we just about beat Arsenal, which means that we'll make 3 Champions League finals in a row, which we win against Milan, 1-0. So another 5 points onto the board, 6 points for season number 3. I mean, is Pedri a striker or what? He has scored 23 goals, the most in all the squad. Haaland with 19, a bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie, from the Norwegian, our new man. His former teammate from Manchester City, Alvarez, with 16 goals, Torres with 15, Roque with 14, we have Nico Williams with 11. Not bad, those stats. I'm not sure at this point if we're ever gonna win La Liga, but oh well, runner-up in Copa de España, another disappointment. Winner at least in the UEFA Champions League and in the Supercopa, so 6 points on the board. But once again, if we want to topple Real Madrid or even compete with them in the long run, in terms of course, the leaderboard, then we'll have to bag the trophies at some point. To start off season number 4, we go in for a CDM of our rivals Atletico Madrid. 21 years of age, Artur Vermeeren for 50 million on the dot to give us more strength in the defensive midfield. Second, we go in for an even bigger player. In the camp spot, he's only 23, his contract was expiring in 11 months. Playing at the Euros for Germany from Bayer Leverkusen. It is Florian Wirtz joining us from Leverkusen for 50 million plus Bernardo Silva, who is now 32 and down to an 88. With Vermeeren and Wirtz now in the team, I mean, this team is looking incredible. I don't even know where to improve here. We even have Gavi still on the bench. This team nearly can't be improved on. Even the squad depth is fantastic, so we stick to 2 transfers, I guess. I wanted to get in some more depth, even though I said I just wanted to make 2 transfers, but I noted that on the left back spot we were a little bit weak. That's why we bring a Spaniard home. Miguel Gutierrez coming in from Napoli for 54.7 million as a sporadic rotational player. If this team this season cannot win La Liga, I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, we have Gutierrez now even on the reserves at an 84 overall. Still have Guyu and Alarcon, who I want to get rid of. Rafinha on the reserves alongside Ansu Fati, just in case something happens. Fermin even still there. We have Vermeeren, of course, as I showed you before, on the subs bench. And then Florian Wirtz, our new star man in the starting 11. Well, we immediately start off against Aston Villa in a UEFA Super Cup for 1 point, of course, our first point in season number 4. The question is, can we get it against the English side? Yes, it is a 1-0 win. Ferran Torres with the goal that decided the game. 1 point onto the leaderboard. We have found quite a few special goalkeepers in our youth academy. In Barrera, 85 to 94 potential. Flores, 81 to 94. And also Ponce, same 81 to 94. So Barrera gets promoted and loaned out as well as Flores. Finally, in the 4th season, we are the champions of La Liga. 3 points onto the leaderboard, added to the one for the UEFA Super Cup. 14 points ahead of Real Madrid in second and already 24 ahead of third place Villarreal. What a domination. And after beating Real Madrid on penalties in the semis, we also beat Sevilla to clinch the Supercopa, a 5th point of season number 4. However, in the Copa de España, it is Real Madrid defeating Real Betis, so no points there, because we have been beaten by the same Real Madrid in the quarter-finals. The big one, the Champions League, however. 3 points ahead of Manchester United in a quite competitive group with Benfica. 4-2 on aggregate in the round of 16 against Celtic. 4-3 we scraped through Leverkusen in the quarters, that was really tight. But then we beat PSG quite comfortably 2-0 on aggregate to reach the final against Real Madrid in yet another Clásico final. Can we win 5 more points this season? No! Oh no, those are the points that will be missed, dearly missed at the end of the rebuild, at the end of the takeover I mean. That is really not good. 2-1 defeat to our bitter rivals Real Madrid. And it stays 5 points for season number 4. I mean, this season Erling Haaland came in really clutch. 25 goals for him in 37 outings. 17 for backup striker Roque. 14 even for Torres and Alvarez. And then 11 goals and 11 assists for Pedri. This man is just incredible. Up to a 94. Incredible. I mean, how can you not win the Champions League with this team? I am just gobsmacked at this. 95 Haaland, 90 rated Williams, 91 Torres, 92 Wirtz, even a 93 rated De Jong, Pedri at 94. Maybe the balance isn't right in the midfield. Maybe we need one more CDM, but otherwise, I don't really know. Even the bench, Saliban at 90. We have Roque 88, Alvarez 89, Gavi 91. Incredible team. And we have also added a youth academy player in Oliveira. 19 points after 4 seasons. 5 points in this 4th season. And still I'm not happy. You may call me greedy, but Real Madrid made 70 points. And to catch up to them with 19 points after 4 seasons, we really have to win everything. Nearly everything from now on until the end of the takeover. To start off season number 5, we go in for a 17-year-old Norwegian. A German. He will surely get loaned out in the first couple of seasons. But down the line, it could be what we need in midfield. There's Leon Hansen joining us from the free agency list. Yet another prospect comes in, a man for the future. At centre-back, the Dutchman Joe Relato joining us from Manchester United for just Eric Garcia in a swap deal. Last but not least, I want to go in for yet another Dutchman. This time we are going to spend some money after going in for a free agent as well as a straight swap deal. Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, the man who went invincible. He wants a lot of wage here, but I am willing to give it to him, as he will replace Arnau Martinez, who disappointed me, I'm not gonna lie, over those four past seasons. And Frimpong, of course, is going to get the spot on the bench now, ahead of... And Frimpong, of course, is going to go to the bench. He replaces Arnau Martinez there, plus 15.9 million. As you can see, I have absolutely cleared house here, selling Rafinha to our competitors Atletico Madrid for 87.2 million. Ansu Fati for 60 million to PSG. Fermin for 17.4 to Nottingham Forest. Kubarti for 11.3 to Leverkusen. Fort for 5.6 to Valencia. And then a whole list of loans. Kuyu to PSV. Hansen, who we just bought to Sociedad. Barrios, the goalkeeper we bought in like the 2nd or 3rd season. The Keylor Navas region. Once again for 2 years to Burnley. And so this is the final squad. Let's call it like that for season number 5 at least. We have Torres still now returned from loan, who is on the reserves, just to give us that little bit more of extra rotational strength. Hato, of course, 80 rated on the reserves as well. Frimpong on the bench. We might also need to find a replacement for Ter Stegen down the line, because I'm not sure Karnesecki can do that. Let's just wait and see. But of course, this team, I wanna win everything this season. Haaland up to... The 5th season has come to a close, and once again, we are the champions of La Liga. 5 points ahead of both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Close title running, but in the end, we prevail. We also narrowly win against Real Madrid in the Supercopa, so yet another point there. Just like in the Copa de España, this is the season, this is stuff of dreams. +1 in Copa de España after beating Almeria of all teams in the final. In the Champions League, the signs are not that great. We actually only finished in second in the group, 6 points behind Juventus in first. We faced Manchester City and we absolutely destroyed them, 4-0. Oh my god, even Real Madrid got knocked out against PSG. In the quarterfinals, we thumped RB Leipzig 3-0. In the semis, oh my, this is the chance, 4-2 against Bayern Munich. We will face PSG in the final. Can we beat them? Yes, it is a treble, yet another 5 points onto the leaderboard. 10 points only in season number 5. Ferran Torres is the lone leader in terms of the stats. 27 goals for him, 11 ahead of Haaland, who had a bit of a stinker, I'm not gonna lie. Alvarez also with 16, this is fine. 10 for Wirtz, 10 for Williams. I mean, not that great, but I guess the people below that, even Fernandes, who came back from loan, is now an 86 rated left winger. Incredible at 21 years of age. He's of course from the youth academy. After 5 seasons, we are on 29 points. 10 points alone in season number 5 is absolutely brilliant. And I want us to continue that legacy in the following seasons. We have crazy money, so that is why at the start of season number 6, we go in for a man who we actually don't need, but he's 24, a man who can become a starter in the future, a player who I'd see very well slot in Barcelona. I think he's just transferred to Man City. It is Savio, the Brazilian, 130 million we got him from Troyes. Second and last player we go in this 6th season because simply we don't need more players. But as I said, we needed a new goalkeeper. One of the best goalkeepers in the world at 30 years of age. He's 6 years younger than Marc-André Ter Stegen. That's why we have sent Ter Stegen the other way to Dortmund. Plus 90 million to get Gregor Kobel. Of course we have Kobel 30, 90 overall. Same overall than Ter Stegen. In our starting 11 now. And Savio is on the reserves. As I said, maybe he will need some more game time in another club. But yeah, let's just see. Cordoba also returned from loan, but he will get sent out straight away once again. But look at the potential on these guys. They will come in clutch. At the end, of course, of this takeover, we have just found 2 brilliant youth academy players. One is Juan Soria, centre back, 16 years of age, 68 overall, 93 to 94 potential. The best ever youth academy player, probably. And then Antonio Rojas, left winger, also 87 to 94 potential, already 67 overall at 16 years of age. Both of them, of course, are going to get promoted and loaned out. We're already underway for our first trophy of the season, our first point in season number 6 against Inter Milan in the UEFA Super Cup. Can we get it? Can we get our first point of season number 6? No! Oh my god, I think that's the first time we lose the UEFA Super Cup. Marcos Llorente scored for Inter, the ex-Atletico Madrid man. Araujo gave us the equalizer, but Lautaro scored the dagger for Inter. In the meantime, I have changed Savio's position from a left midfielder to a right winger as a left footer. And he goes up by 1 to an 89. I've also loaned out those youth players in Rojas to Aruca for 2 years, Soria to Granada for 2 years as well, and then Cordoba was already 83 overall. He goes to Chelsea for 1 year. At the end of season number 6, we win a 3rd La Liga in a row, only 4 defeats, 80 points, a bit of a low points total, I'm not gonna lie, but still 7 points ahead of Real Madrid and 9 ahead of Sevilla. We make it 4 points after defeating both Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid to clinch the Supercopa. However, it is a quite surprising final between Villarreal and Athletic Bilbao in the Copa de España. Once again, we don't win that. It's been like only 1 or 2 Copas that we've won so far, because we've been beaten in the quarterfinals by Celta Vigo of all teams. We dominated the group stages in the Champions League, 5 points ahead of Benfica. We then thumped Mönchengladbach from Germany, 7-2 on aggregate. After defeating Benfica 5-2 and destroying, completely obliterating our rivals Real Madrid in the semis to make it yet another final against Manchester City this time. Can we make it 5 points once again? Yes, we absolutely thump Manchester City as well. What a dominant performance in the UEFA Champions League. 23 goals for Haaland, 16 for Torres, 14 for Williams. Those stats are looking good, tasty. Alvarez even with 12. Savio, the new man, with 11, up to a 90 overall. Wirtz a bit disappointing, up to a 94, 26 years of age. Crazy, but only 8 goals, 6 assists. A bit, as I said, disappointing. We've also added a certain Alvaro Ayala, 94 potential to be special. He's also going on the loan list. For next season, we'll have a whole list of players here returning from loan. About 10 players, so we'll have to see what we do with those young guys. 9 points in season number 6 alone. 38 points after 6 seasons. So we are still about 32 points away from Real Madrid, who ended on 70, of course. Let's jump into season number 7 after a very successful season number 6. At the beginning of the 7th season, I have once again loaned out a whole list of players here. Hansen, Oliveira, Bernal and Ayala, all of them for 1 year. I've also sold Barrios, the 3rd or 4th string goalkeeper at this point, 23, 84 rated. But then I have signed Eduardo de Oliveira from Arsenal. We give them 2 players and we get Eduardo de Oliveira because we've sent Jorelato the other way. I mean, just look at those reserves. We have De Oliveira now there. Gutierrez 87. Torre 86. We have Savion at 90 on the reserves. Cordoba and Fernandez, 2 of the youngsters. And then Gonzalez, who I'm trying to sell because he has somehow lost his potential tag. But this team is just incredible. Unbelievable. And I would be really disappointed if we didn't go for all the trophies in season number 7. We start off the season with a UEFA Super Cup game against Roma without Frankie de Jong, who has been suspended. Can we get the first point here of season number 7? Yes, we win the UEFA Super Cup again after losing it to Inter, I think, last season. It is Wirtz, Haaland and Ferran scoring for us. Raspadori as well as Novak scored for Roma. But we get a first point in the 7th. 100 points. We are Centurions here with FC Barcelona. 19 points ahead of Real Madrid. That is a season and a half. Our best season yet in La Liga. We have absolutely thumped Real Madrid, not only in La Liga, but also in the Supercopa, where we've beaten them 5-1 in the final. Yet again, however, no points on the board in the Copa de España, where Real Madrid have won 3-0 over Real Betis in the final, whilst we have been knocked out in the round of 32 against Cadiz. That is really a shocker. In the Champions League, we only came in 2nd in our group, behind Club Brugge, ahead of Roma. I mean, wow, I didn't expect Club Brugge to top that group. Round of 16, however, we scraped through Manchester City. What a matchup in round of 16. Quarterfinals, we defeated Inter 5-3. And in the semis, we even overcame PSG 5-3 to meet Milan for a chance for yet another 5 points. But we missed that chance. How do you lose against Milan in the Champions League final? After destroying all those PSGs, Manchester Cities, you lose against Milan in the final. That is just not acceptable. I'm sorry. And I mean, the stats are really balanced. Many players in double digits, but no player above 20 goals. Haaland only with 16, a bit disappointing at 97 overall. Roque with 17 goals, even better than Haaland, even though he had 6 games less. That is crazy. Alvarez, our top scorer, with 18 goals. We have players like Torres, Savio, Williams, all the wingers delivering as well. We once again have 7 players returning from loan. All of those are, of course, Youth Academy players. And yeah, let's see how we can bring them into the team, maybe loan them out once again. But anyways, I'm really disappointed that we only made 5 points in the 7th season. It has to get better if we want to compete with Real Madrid 70 points. Now is really the time. Guys, we have Ugio Fernandez here at the start of season number 8, who has gone up to a 90 overall only by loaning him out again and again. I mean, now we can keep him in the team. On the other hand, we have Tito Oliveira, potential to be special, 21 years of age, 87 overall, also only through loan spells. Incredible. And also, just to let you know, we have 656 million in our budget. Stupid money, even though we have the Avengers already assembled here. There was a free agent that we snatched up, 21 years of age, 85 overall. Of course, not good enough to start for us, not even for the bench. But as he was approached by PSG and as it said he had the potential to be special, I just couldn't resist. It is Kevin Winter joining us from the free agency list for €0, and he's a 21.85 overall player. We have unlimited money, and that's why we go in for a man whose contract was expiring. He's one of the best in the world. A man who I'm not even sure is going to start every game, but still a star player. He will link up with his national team colleague from Germany. Coming in from Bayern Munich is Jamal Musiala joining us for 80 million plus Pablo Torre, who is 87, same age than Musiala, but we just simply didn't need him anymore. We have sold Fran Cordoba to Roma for 134 million. He was just our 6th string winger, so yeah, crazy to think that an 87 rated player is our 5th or 6th string winger. Two Barreras go out from the youth academy. One has been sold to Sturm Graz in Austria. I like that because small teams can also benefit from this. Barrera goes to Athletic Club, the other one, the goalkeeper, on loan. Hansen once again, potential to be special, 82 rated, he goes to Nice. Winter we just bought goes to Juventus for a year. Gallardo, Toulouse. And Soria, another man from the youth academy a few years back, goes to Dortmund on a 1 year. The 8th season is over and we are once again at top of the La Liga. 19 points ahead of Real Madrid in second. That is a big margin. Exactly what I want us to do. We also destroy Real Madrid in the Supercopa 3-0 to clinch a 4th point in season number 8. However, for the 3rd time in a row, we don't win the Copa de España. This becomes our nemesis here, really. It is Real Madrid defeating Athletic Bilbao in the final. We have been knocked out to Getafe in the quarterfinals. That was not great. The question is, can we make it 3 Champions League finals in a row? It began very well, topping our group ahead of Leverkusen and Brentford of all teams. Before, oh my god, defeating Inter on penalties 11-10. I've never seen anything like this. But in the quarterfinals, oh my god, the journey came to an end. 4-3 after defeating PSG away from home, so we must have lost 3-0 at home. That was horrendous. The same PSG team that defeated us won the Champions League. No points there. And only 4 points in season number 8. It's going to be really difficult now to overtake Madrid. Once again, those stats are a bit weak. I mean, Haaland, yes, 21 goals is great, but 19 for Roque, 15 and 10 for Savio, 13 for Williams, 12 for Alvarez. Not bad, but then again, there is no player with like 25, 30 goals. You can see on the manager rating at the top left that the board isn't happy either. I'm not happy. Quarterfinals in the Champions League, quarterfinals in the Cup, and yes, first in La Liga, winner of the Supercopa, so 4 points this season. 47 after 8 seasons. We are still 23 points behind Real Madrid, and yeah, it's basically impossible now. We can at least overtake Napoli in second place, who are on 49 points, so only 2 ahead of us from now. Still, I'm disappointed. At the start of the 9th and second to last season, we have a look at the squad, and again, this is just a disgusting squad. 94, 97, 94 front line, 295 rated midfielders. De Jong is now going down, and he gets replaced by Gavi. This is just incredible. I mean, even the bench. There are 3 players on the bench who are below the overall of 90. We have Oliveira from the youth, 22.89 already. At the end of the 9th season, it is standard procedure in La Liga. 8 points ahead of second placed CR Osasuna of all teams. I mean, what a surprise is that? Alaves in 4th. The Liga landscape has changed a lot. Real Madrid in 3rd and Atletico only in 5th. Yet another point for beating Madrid in the Supercopa final. 4 points this season, and even 5 for beating Real Sociedad in the final of the Copa de España. In the Champions League, we had a superbly difficult group that we topped ahead of Borussia Dortmund, Rangers in 3rd, and Juventus finished rock bottom. In the round of 16, we absolutely dismantled Fenerbahce 7-2 on aggregate. In the quarters, we passed by Inter 5-3. In the semis, we absolutely obliterated Manchester City 8-1 to face Milan in the final. And we win yet another 5 points after beating Milan 3-1 in the final of the Champions League. Once again, we have Erling Haaland atop the stats. 21 goals in 31 appearances, 19 for Torres even. He has been really one of our best players in this whole takeover, Ferran Torres. What a gem. 15 goals and 2 assists for Florian Wirtz. 15 goals and 11 assists for a 95 rated Nico Williams at 29. What a gem he is. We cannot possibly catch up to Real Madrid on the takeover leaderboard, because we are right now on 57 points, in second place already, and Real Madrid finished on 70 points. But still, we can make it 67 or 68 points. Let's jump into the final season here with Barcelona. At the start of the final season, we have a little look at, as per usual, at the squad. Williams 95, Haaland 98, Torres 94, Wirtz 96, Pedri 95, we have Gavi at the 94, even 93, 94, 95 and 94 rated backline, and a 93 rated goalkeeper at 34 years of age. In the final season, we go in for a free agent, German, 21, 91 overall. We don't even need him anymore, but he was approached by Real Madrid. That is why we swooped in for him. It is Nico Schmidt joining us from the free agency list for €0. Last signing of this takeover is for a French central midfielder, replacing Frankie de Jong, who we want to sell still this window. Here he comes, surrounded by a lot of hype. It is Warren Zaire-Emery joining us for 180 million on the dot from Arsenal. To start off the 9th season, I've done a miserable job in terms of the sharpness of the squad, but oh well. We face West Ham in the UEFA Super Cup. Can we win our first point of the 10th season? Yes, that is what I'm talking about. 5-1. Ferran, Haaland, Williams and Haaland score the goals and absolutely destroy West Ham. For the final season, we've also done a lot of business out of the club. Gallardo to Fulham, our youth academy player, just like Hernandez to Roma, Flores, all of those are youth academy players. And then we have Julian Alvarez, who has joined Inter. Ayala has left for Lyon. That is how we roll for the last season. After what felt like hours, I could finally agree a deal for Marco Carnesecchi, who is now only our third string goalkeeper. He went to Inter for 74 million. Same thing applies for the fourth string goalkeeper, who also was surplus to requirements, quite simply. It is Roberto Barrera, former youth academy player, joining Bayern Munich for 77 million. So this is the final squad we have at our disposal for the last season. Hopefully we can bag yet another treble, as many trophies as possible. We've already began with a Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup. Hopefully we can add all the other remaining trophies as well, because we have done it. In the final season, we have gone invincible in La Liga, 100 points as well. Centurions, 99 goals scored. Incredible. That is 3 points deserved here. However, in the Supercopa, that is impossible. How do you lose against Osasuna in the final 2-1? We also lose the Copa de España final. What is going on here? 2-1 to Real Sociedad. Well, at least we have topped our group in the Champions League, Group H, ahead of West Ham on same points though. We have defeated Leverkusen in the round of 16 4-2. In the quarters, we have comfortably beaten PSG 5-2. And in the semis, we've absolutely torn Real Madrid apart 7-1, not for the first time, to face Arsenal of all teams in the final. We have to win that. And we do. 5 points added onto the board as we defeat Arsenal 3-1 in the final, at least one final that we win in that final season. The final stats are looking much more tasty, that's what I'm talking about. Haaland with 28 goals in 30 games, even 8 assists, 24 goals in 29 for Savio, 19 for Torres, 19 for Williams, 15 for Youth Academy prospect Fernandez, who is now 26, 92. Roque even at 93, 14 goals. 6 and 6 for Newman, Warren Zaire-Emery. And this is the final team. 96 Pedri, 97 Wirtz, 94 Gavi, 95 Williams, 97 Haaland, 93 Torres. We have a fully 90 plus rated backline, 94 rated Balde, 94 rated Saliba, who has now replaced, of course, Koundé, who is down to a 90 at 34. We have Araujo, down by 1, but still at a 94, the captain of this side, of course. Then we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, still at a 92, and then Kobel also at a 92. Schmidt has gone up to a 92 as well. Well, at the end of the 10 seasons here with Barcelona, we are in second place on the Takeover leaderboard, 66 points, very close to Real Madrid, who had reached 70. Of course, ahead of both Napoli and Manchester United on 49, respectively, 32. And yeah, I would say 7 league titles we won out of 10. 3 domestic cups is just 2 less. Continental Cups, of course, the Champions Leagues as well as the UEFA Super Cups, we've won 6. But lads, if you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and also tell me in the comments what else you want to see next. It might be a takeover, or a classical rebuild, or even something else. I'm down to it. For now, I'm gonna leave you alone. And I say until next time, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.